Okay, so seems like we are running. Just give me a few seconds until I set everything up so that we can dive into the game. Oh, good. Okay, so seems like everything is set up and ready to roll, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into this game. Okay. Okay, so I believe I have everything disabled in the asset, well, actually content manager, just because I have a lot of them and I don't really want it to stress the game too much. So I just went ahead and disabled everything so just we can experience the city skylines with a very clean sheet. Okay, so let's load the game. It is Pondbell Stream. I'm not really sure which one I loaded here, so I just kinda clicked too fast and don't really know which one got to double click. Okay, so it seems like it is the game from the last stream, so that is brilliant. We had some errors here and there, so let's just work on solving those issues first. Because our main problem was that, let me just see if the game is too loud or not. Maybe it is just a little bit. Well, that is like the lowest I can go, so let me know in the chat if it's too loud. But I believe it will be. So just go ahead and tune it down in-game because... Okay, so let's see options and then audio and super ambient music radio. Let's just tune down music radio. But I'm not sure that will help. Maybe it's better this way. Still not sure. Okay, so problem is that these guys here in the industrial area need some some workers. Let's see how the landfills are. 0% full, 100% full. Okay, so they can take up more. So yes, I'm just gonna destroy this, and I'm gonna empty it to another facility so that it may get transported to the, what they are called? Incinerator plants. Okay, so that's brilliant. One thing I don't really like about, oh, that needs some energy. Okay, so we are short of energy. I'm not gonna risk a hydropower plant because I don't know how to use that, so I'm just gonna skip that as for now. Pollution, noise pollution. Okay, let's do one like this. And I'm just gonna place it. Say, where can I place it? Whatever, let's place it there. Just for the lulz. Because that area is just polluted enough, so. One thing I don't like about this mod, this winter mod, is that everything is just so white. And my other concern with this game is just the smog. Like this smoky effect. Damn, the game is just too loud. Okay, so yeah. As you can see, industrial areas are just kinda grayed out, and it looks like there is some fog above them, and it just kinda makes no sense to me. Checking traffic there. Okay, let's see some infographics, what we can do to make things better. Okay, so we're gonna increase land value there. Transportations with trains are pretty hideous. Whoa, these trains just cannot turn in. Why is that? That's bad. Okay, so outside connections. Natural resources. We got some oil on that tiny island. It's like an oil bank. And we got some fertile land there. Forests here and there. Okay, so we're gonna make this island an oil industrial area for sure. Okay, what's your problem? Worker education too low. Let's see what we can do for that. We need a ground school, elementary school, to be fair. We need another high school, and we don't need any more universities. Okay, so let's do... Where should we expand this route? I need one rather. This is much more easier to look through. We will probably go this way, which means I want an elementary school somewhere here. Something like... let's say... Okay, brilliant. Let's put another high school in here. Something like that. Let's drop some parks here. Oh, police. What's our police coverage? 0 in this area, which is not the very best. We're gonna put a headquarters near the main road. That I believe is a fire station. It is. Okay, that's good. The firehouse. We have a hospital. There's just a clinic as well. So yeah, but that just seems fine as for now. Crematorium availability. We need a lot more people for that. So let's just put a headquarters over here so that we can kind of increase our police coverage. That should bring up services and stuff like that. There is still not enough workers. There were not enough workers. But what can I do for you guys? Like, I mean, we're gonna have to add more of these guys. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's pull this 6-lane road, bicycle lanes. Let's just pull these 6-lane roads. Down here. I'm thinking about making a bridge here just because why not, you know? However, I'm not really sure how long it should be. Okay, it's fine like that, so we can probably come to blocks here. No, that's not good. Blocks, okay, so we're gonna make this one. But yeah, then we need one block. So, oops, didn't mean to delete the one like this. Hey, that's not symmetrical, so that's not good. Was it? Okay. What if, can I make... Ah, come on. Don't do this with me? Okay, sort of, something like that. That will work. Okay, so this is like the main road that just connects this big circle, like roundabout, I mean, obviously. And so we're gonna make it a big loop. Well, let's just go ahead and make out some layout that could work for us. Okay, let's say something like that, but... I just don't understand why can't we get like a perfect match? Because as you can see, the tiles are broken. And this is something I don't really like. But I have no idea how we could solve that. Okay, whatever. I guess we have to live with that. Okay, so let's find that like 4-way avenue. 4-lane road, something. Ah, this is so bugged. 93 degrees, what? Something is just not correct. Okay, that looks better. However, I don't think that this should be the full lane road. Maybe it would be a little bit more useful if it was something like this, but the zoning. The zoning is just so bad on these, but I don't really understand why. I'm not gonna say this is that straight. Not even. Okay, whatever. Okay, and I'm just gonna change those to basic roads. Is it okay like that? Yeah, let's say so. I don't really feel like this is correct. It is like a basic rule that you have to mess up somewhere. Okay, just working out some layout that could work. I could have gone one more tile further. Too much. Why? I don't understand this. Okay, something like that. That will do, I think. So let's just zone this area. Oh, come on. What's that? Citizens are sick. There's already the ambulance. That person is waiting for transport. That's brilliant. Okay, so let's just put a cemetery here because I'm just gonna put it here so that it kind of fits the space that's available, and you have fast connections to every possible area. Let's just do the water system just so that everything is ready for moving in. Yep, something like that. I have no idea why these look like a cat race. It would be so good if the developers thought of this and the game would just recognize they are almost exactly parallel, or you know, like 90 degrees, so that the game would offer you to make perfect tiles, but you're not really able to do that, it seems like. Whoa. We need to do something with trash. Okay, let's... Did we place the schools that we wanted? Yeah, we did. Okay, brilliant. I was thinking about moving this school over here, but maybe I will move it here, right next to the station. So these guys get a little more coverage on that. Oh, 3 viewers. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the stream. It's great to have you on the show. Yeah, so let's drop the parks here. We really have nothing for these guys. Bad. We don't need probably such a big area because half of that is just plain water, which is kind of waste. Seriously, nothing fits there? Oh, that's just too small. Whoa. Oh, because there is the Colossal Order Park. I see. That was one that... Oh, okay, so this was the one that was fitting. I'm just gonna sacrifice 2 industrial houses there. So just to get this area covered a little bit more. Okay, that seems pretty good to me. What's that? Skating rink. Ski lodge. Cross Country King Park. Fire Pit Park. That's pretty good. Let's drop it here. Ah, we probably need something here as well. Let's do park. Bus, tram, metro, train. I see. I don't feel like we have such a problem with traffic so far. Like, pretty good. Maybe this is a little bit bad because the The crossings are too close, but this is just an awkward roundabout, so no problem with that. Okay. It says they need more industrial area, but they again complain about not being enough human to work for them. Parked. Okay, brilliant. Is there any benefits with avenues with trees, like towards high traffic, lower noise pollution? Uh-huh. Noise pollution. Let's see how much noise pollution do we have. Holy fuck. That's intense. Oh, wow. Let's see what if we upgrade roads with trees. Let's see these ones. Okay, so noise pollution. And let's see these ones. Did it help? It doesn't seem like so. Let's try trees. I don't really feel like they are helping at all. These are the trees? That's pretty lame. I think I messed it up because these are the ones that I wanted to do here. Same here. But they seem to be upgrading just because of maybe the slightly lower noise pollution that they get. I'm not really sure, but these areas were upgraded and these houses just got a quick upgrade. Now let's just go ahead and do the rest as well. Let's see if these ones upgrade as well. Let's see. They don't seem like so. Okay, let's add more. More residential areas. Can we place some monuments? Visitors. I don't really know how can we attract visitors. Industrial, commercial, tourism specialization. Uh-huh. Let's do some city plannings because why not? We're gonna select the industrial area. I have no idea what we will do with that. As far. Okay, so that's the industrial area selected. Let's see what can we add to that. Taxation. Tax relief for offices. Let go of leisure. Leisure specialized areas stop generating tax income but get a hefty boost in their entertainment and attractive values. Why would that be good for you? Just because you get more like bus ticket sales? Is that the only reason to do that? Old Town. Okay, that's good stuff. Studded tires. Limba. No loud noise in the night. Leisure specialized areas were closed for the night. Reduces noise pollution caused by leisure. Encourage biking. Okay, yeah, pretty good. Industrial space planning, what does it do? Allow industry to work even more efficiently by okay. Doubles the amount of goods produced. Upkeep. Do we need something like that? Income from residential zone. High density. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, but why do I use something like a train station if I'm not making any money on it? Interesting questions. So can we add anything to that? Now let's just go with recycling. Working or educational. That could be good for something like an industrial heavy supporting something like that. Okay, leave it as it is. Maybe swap a few buildings to high density. What's that and why can't we build there? Really? Oh, because there's a bridge, okay. It just tricked me. Okay, okay. This roundabout seems to work pretty well. This is why I recommended you to build a highway roundabout just after your city entrance, because it is wonderful. You can see how efficient it is. Let's see if we can connect maybe this part to the city. I don't really want to make them come this way just so that they can get onto the highway a little bit faster. Okay, so that we're definitely gonna connect these two, because ours are just turning onto the highway just to be able to come onto this ramp which kind of blocks the traffic there. Yeah, we're gonna do something like that. Wow, going across the highway, that's some risky stuff. Okay, whatever. Oh, stuff is on fire. Oh, nigga. Where's the nearest fire station though, just so that I know what's up? Oh, fire is spreading. It spreads pretty quickly though. But like, you see, there are like 4 firefighters and 3 is doing nothing, just waiting to get back home, and there is a building on fire next to them, so I don't really understand this game sometimes. We would probably need more commercial zones. Is that right? Let's go with this. Is there any difference? Like, nearby low residential areas, they can serve a large number of customers. High density residential areas. Okay, fine. We're gonna swap those for high density as well. Let's just swap those out for residential areas and these one for commercial zones, because they are making quite a lot of noise and there is no real reason to build residential residential houses there just because they're getting quite a lot of noise, like you can see. Can we do maybe some trees here? It's a little bit more quiet. Yeah, brilliant. I don't know how much that helped, but yeah, let's believe it helped somewhat. Yeah, let's make these one as well. Those ones are all ready. Okay, looking good so far. I'm gonna add a few industrial zones there. This is the oil land, so that's a little bit far away, if you ask me. The building is on fire. All the firefighters can handle that. They could, brilliant. I don't really know how you could boost. Hello, Apox. I just noticed your comment in the chat. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you on the show. It's good that you dropped by. So I'm just kind of continuing a city that we started in the last stream. This is how far we've gotten. We got some dead people, but we need a crematorium for that. But that just comes later. Yeah, 1,000 more people, so that's not so far away. Let's just make these residential areas, so we get a little closer. Let's find a good place for a park. Is there a really small one? Like there is not. Ah, maybe this one is. Seems pretty okay-ish. Just watch your entire stream from 6 days ago, the 1K Hearts one. Really liked it, good commenting gameplay. So I figured it out I would drop by now when you're online. Thank you very much, folks. I really appreciate that. I didn't really thought that it was any good commentary because I just I don't know, I just kind of tell things that I think could be useful to someone. But hey, it's great that you enjoyed it, and thanks for telling me that, because also I wouldn't have thought that anyone would watch back a whole video, like even from a week ago. So I really appreciate that you are here. It's just cool to have you here, knowing that you watched the whole video from way back. That park is probably out of place because the area is wasted on the water, so that's not good. What if we drop it here? Thing is, I'm quite new to Idle Heroes, and for me it was very teaching. I still have questions, but that's about team building. Okay, so I can help you out if you just type !Discord into the chat. You will get a link, and if you just click on that, you will get into our Discord server, where there is a lot of cool people. There are some Idle Heroes guys, ones that are editing the Wikipedia also, so we can help you out. Just drop by at some time and put your questions to us so that we can help you out. I spent like 6 hours on Google trying to figure out what to do to get the best possible team for now, but I've reached a dead end because the pre-speed nerf and the patch from yesterday. Now I'm just fully confused. What was the pre-speed nerf that you're talking about? I might not have been paying attention, so I may have skipped that. But there is nothing like the best team. Of course there are some pretty good ones, but it just depends on your possibilities, like what kind of team do you have. I have read something about priests being overpowered because they could outspeed Demon Hunter and Ice Blink, but then Guild Tech 3 gave everyone else more speed. Oh yeah, that just gave came in a few patches ago, like, I don't know, 2 weeks, something like that. And but I think a priest is still pretty good. However, I'm not really sure there are any good priests outside of Ormus and Norma. So now they can outspeed even Hunter and Icebank anymore. Yeah, that's probably true. What level are you on Idle Heroes? So just I can guess how long you have been playing. I've been playing, started during the Militants event. Now I'm like level 80. You starting at the Militant event don't really help me too much because these events are recurring, so that they kinda change each other every week. And you get a Militant event pretty much every month or so. Just that you know. So yeah, level 80. Level 140 around that, so. I am pushing campaign like hell, but IdleWiki said that I would want a team of 6 times 5-star heroes, but then I can't get rainbow bonus. So you don't have a team of 5-star heroes? Like a full set of 5-star heroes you don't have yet. Is that correct? Because if you do not have that's something you should aim for. It doesn't really matter what kind of heroes you get until you get a team of full of the next star. So that if you are running 4-star heroes, you should get any 5-star heroes that you can get your hands on. I don't know if it makes sense, but on low levels, Rainbow Era of course helps, but does not do too much. I'm running Rainbow Era right now, but I'm getting to a point where I'm not getting a Sleepless, which I have a 5-star Sleepless in my lineup, and if I got another one, I could make it 7-star straight ahead, but I'm not getting that one. And if I just swap out the weakest, the Forest hero that I'm using, and the Dark hero that I'm using, to other 7-star heroes, I'm getting more damage out. So I have only Norma, Rosa, Mirage, and Bait level 100. Then I use Divine Spirit and Dark Spirit level. That's a pretty good team. Norma and Rosa are awesome heroes. Like, Rosa is the best support that you can get, so good job on getting that one ready. I was lucky, I rerolled my grow. I had 3 tanks at that point, so it was very amazing. Although Grow is a pretty good forest hero as well. Like, people don't usually reroll Grow, just because he is pretty decent. The guide said that he was 2 out of 5 stars. Did you see the guide on the wiki as well? Because from time to time there are some troll people that we try to like ban out for some time, just because they are just, I don't know, they just go rage and write some false information here and there. But we are trying to pay attention and kind of correct them as fast as we can. Yeah, I try to research most possible before I do something stupid. Yeah, that's a good idea to do, regardless of what you do. Ah, I just put a tree there and it did not appear. That was strange. But I had Dominator and Norma. I know she's a priest and they tank enough at the point I'm at. Yeah, I know really, but you would be better off by replacing Dominator, because Dominator is a pretty weak tank. He does fine at 5-star, but later on he just falls off really hard. But Norma is an amazing tank, even though she's a priest. I have a 9-star Norma, and she's pretty solid. Like, you can do most of the tanking alone. And you can run Norma alone in Aspen Dungeon and in Brave Trial, because he can pretty much solo everything. There's this small thing, the crematorium. Okay. Let's do one like... Oh god! Okay. That's bad. What's the upkeep in that? 720. 20. Oh, that's upkeep happiness. That's good. What's the land value looks like? That's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. I made my Dominator into Bait and ran out of profit stuff. Okay, I see. Bait is a better hero. It's like, there is God tier, there is Dominator, and Bait is somewhere between that, so. Making this commercial zone here may not have been the best idea whatsoever, but whatever. Let's see if I can. Okay, I just wanted to get the 4 blocks here on this side, so that I can maximize the amount of buildings I can build. That's good. Okay, that's super fine. I feel like I'm messing up stuff with Talking Idle Heroes in a Skyline stream. Yeah, a little bit, but that's no problem really, because, what better thing we could do, like, there's not much people watching, so... You know, I got all the time to talk with you, because, whatever, like, no people watching, then we're free to talk stuff while I'm playing this stuff. You know, if there were like 1,000 people watching, I would just link the Discord server to you, just so that you can talk to people that would help you out, but I'm here to do that for you. Forget the water line, or we just don't have enough water, simply. Water treatment plant. Okay, so if this stuff cleans the sewage, where should I place it? Because I don't really know. Probably somewhere here. Let's see if this will reduce. If this will reduce the actual sewage that we get into the water. I know what to do then. I better find the Discord and then I can write there. Then people can answer when they have time, including you. But again, it's no problem that you ask here, because why wouldn't you do that? I said we got time, and where are the water drains? Oh, I'm using actually water towers, so that's why. So if you have any questions, just ask me them. Well, you can get the Discord link by typing exclamation mark Discord into the chat. Well, if you don't mind, then I might ask a bit here then, but as long as I don't mess up stuff. Seems like a nice stream, so I will surely come around in the future. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I don't know what makes a good stream, so Thank you very much for the kind words. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, sure, ask your questions. It doesn't really seem like it's cleaning any of the sewage. What if I erase ones? Okay, let's go ahead with one. So that we maybe get a little bit less. What makes a good stream is the person streaming. Oh, dude. Lyric don't always stream popular games, but people like him and the commentary. Just like I like you and the commentary, sometimes it takes a long time to get flying, but eventually it will come slowly. Thank you very much, I really appreciate that. Let's check natural resources. There is like this oil land here, which means that this island will be a whole industrial area. But we will have to solve how that would get like into this island, because I don't really want not a pedestrian, that's like what's the word I'm looking for? It's a residential zone. I don't really want trucks to go along residential zones. So the city needs new industrial zones, but they always complain about not having enough people working for them, which is a little bit strange. Where are the population? Okay. But we have plenty of young adults, so thank you very much for the follow. I just noticed it. Also, emergency vehicles not having the way so that everyone gives way to them is like pretty strange. Just like, look at this. This is something I really miss from this game. That would be so cool to see that they have way. Like, this is ridiculous. so let's say that we're gonna change this area a little bit more high density. I was actually wondering, in Idle Heroes I can't get in guild with you, right? Because of different servers. Yes, that's probably right. We could get into the same guild if we were playing on the same server, though. So that's definitely possible, but we're probably not playing on the same server, unfortunately. I'm playing on Android S39, I believe it is. But yeah, if you just start playing on a server that was not created like 1 or 2 days ago from where you start, because new servers appear 1-2 days, every 1-2 days, you are just immediately behind in basically everything. What is this line here? Is this water polluted? No, but it seems like so. Okay, I see. Okay, so this cleaning facility produces less pollution because of this lighter spot here, but because the dirtier one is upper in the current, it is just piling up, and we're gonna swap those two real quick. Yeah, just like that. So this water drain pump won't get polluted. Okay, then we won't be on the same server. Only think I have one last question. Ask it. Bring it on. What's that sound? Citizens are sick. Okay, so you say you need a hospital, right? Now we don't have a big hospital yet, so let's just place one real quick. It's already occupied. Where should we place this? It's like the main area, so let's try to place it somewhere here. Fire department, police station, so this belongs somewhere here, but let's say here on the main road, just like that. Bam! It's actually a little bit strange to play without all the downloaded content that I had. I actually have, but I have it disabled for now, just so that I get back into this game. Because it was a long time ago that I last played this game. So we get like 10 passengers per week at the train station. Probably that's because they are tourists, I suppose, because... Well, yeah, that makes sense, because if you're a citizen and you get on the train... oh, we got 70 last week, so if you're a citizen and you get on the train, where will you get off? Because there is like another station, but that's a cargo station. So you're probably leaving the city or entering if you just stop here, because we do not have intercity lines. It does allow for intercity, but we do not have another station yet, so that makes sense. Okay, so Upbox. I have collected 14 profit orbs. Should I try to roll Fortress Heroes or Forest Heroes? These seem to have strong 5-star heroes. Well, if we consider God tier heroes, based on their powers, I would say the only good forest hero would be Demon Hunter. I'm not really sure how strong the new Visa is. And about Fortress, the God tiers there are like Mickey, Ice Blink, Flame Strike. These are pretty good heroes. However, spending 14 profit orbs, I'm not guaranteeing you that you will get any good 5 stars. I'm actually stockpiling up my profit orbs. By the end of this event, I believe I will get to 120 so that I can max out the next profit event for all the sweet rewards. And it's usually good to stockpile up anything that you can spend so that you can like burst it out in an event. So that you get all the rewards that are offered. Okay, so it seems like we need more people. Damn, if only I knew how to make a hydropower plant. Because once I've done it, but I ended up flooding my whole city, so I have concerns about that. So we can actually erase this power line here because the power areas are connected by now, just like this little. So let's see the water pollution. How is it? Okay, so this I believe is just pollution stuck there. Actually, the river is... Wow, you actually get changing laws, because I don't remember that part of this river is flowing up there. This is pretty interesting because this part just flows up and this part flows down, but then from where comes the water? Or is it because this would be almost like a flat land and the water produced by these guys here just make it spread all the way? That would be interesting. There is some high level game mechanics. But come on, they could have spent all that game mechanics on other stuff as well. Like, I don't think this was the most important stuff, but whatever. I was just thinking, currently we have Halloween event plus profit, which is giving sweet rewards, for me at least, at these lower levels. Yeah, lower level rewards are pretty good. Although I'm not really sure what's the drop rate on the pumpkin and the... what's the other one? The silver bell, I believe. Because it may be just set so that you won't have enough to unlock everything, so that you would have to buy something like packages for money. But you can always buy something. So I'm not really sure what's the... how far you can get, but yeah. You can get the lower tier rewards, that's for sure. My middle mouse button is kinda dying. It's a little bit hard to swap the camera around. These streets with grass rather, covered with snow, looks pretty good in this expansion pack, if you ask me. These streets look pretty cool, something like sci-fi and high-tech. It's pretty cool. Okay, so let's just do some more extensions to this city. Is it like so that the that coastal areas are more valuable? Yeah, it is. Pretty good. So let's just do some houses that go along the coast. Apple says, the thing is, if I use the 14 orbs now, plus the daily ones, I can get the Rebel for 20, which is a free 5-star hero. And I can also get strong heroes, I don't have to use 5-star demos. Yeah, that's a good point. So, in that case, I would probably do that, because getting a 5-star team together would really speed up your process in the game. In a short term, obviously, but it's there, and you're getting a 5-star hero if you have, like, I don't know how many you mentioned, but yeah, in that case I would probably do that. I would probably do that because if I was thinking long term, spending the 14 orbs may grant you more benefit than holding onto them just to stockpile 120 for one of the summon events, when you can just burst it out and get some sweet rewards. But until that, you will just suffer, really. Short term is still a term. Huh. So what elements is best? Her Dust Moj is best image, but Death is rare, yes. Because the Dust Moj and Death is not the same, because Death is more like the Shadow faction and Dust Moj is from Dark. So basic idea is that Dark and Light are extremely hard to level up, so don't really think about, you know, having them in your first team, because there are significantly less heroes, so that whenever you summon whatever, Prophet Orb, not Prophet Orb, that's not a good example, let's bring a Heroic Summon Scroll. There is much less likelihood of you getting a Dark or Light hero, because there are just so little amount of them in the whole game, so that other factions are exaggerated, and so that you have a very little chance of getting those heroes. It's really hard to get the food to level up 6-star Light and Dark heroes, you know, things like that. They are pretty much for the end game. What's the angle on that? 131. How much should I get here? If this is 270, I need 135, so I was right. Something like that. But just snaps. Sounded like most good fortress heroes then. I go them, or is some other element a better choice? But it depends on what kind of factions you have already 5-star heroes from. So if you don't have a 5-star hero from Fortress, but you said you have Mirage, so that's already what? I don't know. You have Rosa, Mirage, Bade. I don't really like the Abyss faction, because probably, let's say, Queen and Margaret are the best ones there. Oh, that's not good. So yeah, you are free to choose, basically. Try to go for ones that you don't have a 5-star hero from yet, but don't spend it on Dark or Light, because you won't get anything. I have 5-star and all. There's no light and dark. Okay, so then just go ahead and get fortress ones, I think. It's not really worth spending orbs on light and dark. There are some guys that do that, but they are like pretty... But they got some pretty... I don't know. They got money, so they can do that. But it's not really a great hobby because it's not worth it. Oh, that looks good. Oh, brilliant. That's what we are looking for. Can we do something like that? Not quite, but that looks promising. What if I just connect it straight? Still not get the... Alright, thanks a lot. No worries, man. If you got any questions, just ask them. I should probably turn out snapping so that I can maneuver here. Woohoo! Power outage at its best. Oh, we cannot get really that. Can we do some landscaping stuff so that we can get a little bit more space on that? How is that done? Like this? I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. Brilliant stuff. And look at all the coastal properties that we created. Brilliant, brilliant. So let's just go ahead and I'm still slow in this game that I have 2.5 million money piled up. I've been thinking about getting Skylines game, and well, you don't weaken the wheel. Seems like a good time. Weakening the wheel, that's a good... I don't know what it is called in English, but I'm gonna remember that one. Weakening the wheel, that's so good. Seems like a good time. I'm really glad that you think this game is worth it, because in my opinion it does worth it. I really like city buildings games, as I have City Skylines, I have SimCity from EA, I also have Anno 2070 is the one I have, and I have Banished even. But probably City Skylines and SimCity is the two that really stands close together, and I would say this is the better one. If I had to mention one thing why this is better than EA SimCity, that would be Steam Workshop, because pretty much anyone can upload anything to Steam Workshop and you can download it and it's already in your game. And there are a lot of modders who made awesome things that you can create in this game. So for example, you can, if I just zoom out, you see, let's say this is how big one tile is, and you can buy, I believe, 5 or 9 in the base game, but you can download mods where you can buy up to 81, I believe, which I think is awesome. And to put it up against SimCity, what you have in SimCity is probably like half of one tile, and you cannot buy more, so you're just building one city on half of this tile. Okay, so keep that in mind. But you can expand up to 1 million people in this City Skylines game, which is a ridiculous amount of people. I wanted to do a city of like 20 million people, but then I realized that that is like an agent limit, which limits how many people the game can display. Also cars, vehicles, roads, whatever, things like that. And the problem with that is that whenever you hit this agent limit, there is no priority for emergency vehicles, for example. So if there is like dead persons, there will be no like dead cars taking them away. Same for ambulance cars and stuff like that. So if you are reaching 1 million people in your city, whoops, I just clicked out of the game. So if you're reaching 1 million people in your city, what you will notice is that you will get death waves, just because the game is not really able to display more vehicles. There will be no vehicles taking away your dead people, and yeah, other peoples will sick because of that and stuff like that. So that, like 100,000 will just die out of your city, and then you can get up to 1 million again. And it just goes like that because of the agent limit. But other than that, it's a fantastic game. You know, it has flaws and weaknesses, but altogether this game is brilliant, I would say. I feel like it completely smashed EA SimCity. We need some electricity. Okay, so we stand pretty well with education. Crime rate is pretty low, just enough. The fire hazard is pretty high, and this part of the city, mainly because these are commercial zones and industrial areas. I should maybe put a sauna there. I believe this increases the health bonus to the neighborhood around them. Whoa, that's a big radius. Oh my goodness. Can we get some statistics on which people are the healthiest? Health. Low, high. Okay, so those are pretty red, aren't they? Like, why are they so red? They should be really ill. What? That's interesting. So let's put a sauna over here. We should basically cover the whole area, and there is nothing placed here, so that seems like a good spot. There we go. Are they naked in there? Achievement unlocked. Oh. These ones doesn't really seem to get any better, but I really have no idea what's the problem there. Like, no idea. But I don't know, we could also, Rooney the Dwarf, thank you for following me. I really appreciate that. Also, if you like to see new games, Autumn Holiday is ahead of us, so that we can maybe review plenty of games, because I got a lot of them. I'm not really sure my PC can handle all of them though, but we can review a few if you would like to see some. We could do that, definitely. Let's place one more, what's that? Oil power plant, just so that we can manage electricity issues. Let's put up the coastal residentials. I feel like this train track kind of ruins the coastal neighborhood, but we're gonna live with that. Or the dwarf, hello in the chat as well. I'm just glad to be able to watch someone play this game while I'm working. I enjoy playing it and would like to get ideas from other people. Oh, this is really nice. Thank you for watching, I really appreciate it, really. I've been playing this game for a long time, although I did not play it recently, so I just started the city with all the mods disabled, so that I can get a clean picture and I can show this game to other people as well, how the basic game looks like. So let's just continue this coastal area here. Let's just turn off everything. Snapping wise, and where should we connect this? Probably here. But this could be like a straight line, I believe, because we got the space to run it along the coast. Oops, didn't mention to place it just now. Not quite, not quite. That's more like it. Let's run it along the coast and we will move these sewage systems away. And we're gonna make two entries, one here and one here. The basic idea is that properties along the coast worth more, so that they have a higher land value. As you can see, all the coastal areas that I have access to are marked as blue, which means that it starts from an average, not an average, a medium land value, even though there is nothing built on them. So that, I don't know, even though there is like electricity, it also has like far more engaging land of value. And you guys cannot imagine how good it is when some people just watch you and you have someone to talk to, you know? Like, this is like, I think, the first milestone that you can achieve. It's just great. Because it's fine if you just stream, but if there is nobody to talk to, it feels kind of weird that you just play, but you want to talk to people as well, but there is nobody bringing up topics, and you don't really have anything to talk about, but you just talk. There's like nothing, nobody watching you. That makes up for quite awkward situation. So let's just move these over to the other side. Let's just pause the game for that. And I'm just gonna move this dam over to the other side so that they don't really reduce the land value on the other side where we are building the coastal neighborhood thingy. And let's connect them to the power line as well. These ones as well. Oops. Oh, dude. Okay. Everything is connected now. I know the feeling. I have streamed on and off for a year, and mostly it's just one or two people who pop in. Yeah. It's I believe every start is hard, but I don't know, if you just work hard enough and try long enough, you will get what you want to achieve. Okay, so let's bring in these roads and I guess it's good because we don't have to demolish any houses. Well, let's turn on snapping so that we can create another layer here so that we can match these 4 tile depth properties against each other, which would look something like this, but we can do more space like that. I feel like that won't work. So let's just go with something like that's the same. Hey, I'm just gonna turn on snapping. I have watched Diablo 3 streamer grow from one to two people to around 400 people each time. He had to stop streaming because of studies, but he really grew something there. So far I see some of the same qualities in you. So if you work on streaming grow, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It feels really great that some people put trust in you. Oh, that's what I want to achieve. Brilliant. So, thank you very much for kind of seeing that in me, I guess. So, you know, when I started this, and it just feels kind of weird to say that because I don't really feel like I've started anything yet. But yeah, I was a little bit afraid of. Like, oh, would it be good? Would it be something that people would watch and spend their time on watching? Because I wasn't really sure, and I just thought giving it a go. But I feel like the most important thing, if you just start streaming, is that you should give yourself, you know, and that's what I would like to do, because I do a lot of stuff, you know, it's not just gaming that I do, but I do a lot of different stuff, and I just think that if you give yourself, you cannot really go wrong, because you can play a role if you wish, but that comes with something like, because you can, I don't know, do like, you know, really dumb videos, whatever, which would probably make you famous. But again, if it's not the person you really are, I think 2 things may happen. One is that you are either a fucking great actor and you get away with it, or that people will realize that you are just fooling them, and they will get pretty mad on that, I feel like. So I just thought if you just give yourself, people will hopefully and eventually find some value in you that, I don't know, they can appreciate, and they think it's great, and you have something to tell them, to teach them, whatever it is, just so that you have something to share with them. Okay, so that seems pretty good, but let's not forget the water lines. Yeah, and regarding studies, same applies to me as well, because I'm in my school leaving year, so that's the last year of high school, and after that, probably university. I'm not really sure. Hungarian education didn't really vote the appetite or some more education. Let's say that. But yeah, I will probably go to university if in that short period of time this won't turn into anything real big, but which I don't think is happening anytime soon. So, but if that would happen, I would be more than free to give all my time to you guys and do whatever we do together. Maybe we should connect this little road to this main road, which won't really cause any traffic issues, because this is kind of a rural area. Whoops, let's not mark the hole. Just because it's really close to a residential neighborhood, so that's not really ideal, but that's what we could figure out so far. And let's just populate these areas as well, which means that we will have to move these over somewhere here. I don't think it makes a difference where these are located. Maybe in the natural disasters DLC they do some purpose, but in a plain game I haven't really realized if there is any added benefit of that, of making them, you know, putting them to different locations. So I don't really know if there's a use of that. So. Okay, so just made space for this area, just cleaned it out. Let's see how we are with pollution, because you know what, this is not really great. We just made a really good coastal area, but we are just dumping all the sewage into that water. So you wouldn't really just dive into that one. Oh god. That was a novice mistake. Damn son. We just messed it up. Okay, let's just correct the mistakes. So, hello everyone who is new on the chat and hasn't commented so far. Be welcomed and be free to join to the conversation. We would love to hear your voice. How should we connect this? Because this feels kinda lame, but I have no better idea how we could do that. Also, this new snapping tool that they just included in the game, I feel like it's pretty good. Let's do the bottom line first, so that it follows the curvature of the coast. Also, I'm trying to achieve more 4x4 like property zones, because this is the size a house will grow into if it's maximum level, maximum density, you know, something like that. So it's 4x4, and I believe they can house the most people. So I don't know if it's true, but this is what I've been noticing. Why are cars going that way when there is... Oh, okay, I see. So yeah, another problem with this game is that... But it happens in SimCity as well. That people just don't realize that they can turn on the road. That whenever you come out of your house and you just turn right, you have to go all the way through just to get to this crossing. Which makes no real sense. Let me just have a sip because... Because I'm not really used to talking that much, but they're just promoting mineral water there. But hey, I'm fine with it. As long as it's something great, I'm fine with promoting it. Okay, that will do for some coastal area, I guess. Now let's bring in the second layer. Oops. Oh, the power lines. Whatever. They could actually stay there because this will take some time to fill this space up. Anyway. Okay. So let's just connect these. I don't really know how satisfied I'm with this, but that will do. Okay, something like that. Value, do few services. The building can become abandoned if nothing is done. Build more city services near this building. What do you require, my love? I don't really know what's up with these houses, dude. I have a solid guess that it might be ground pollution, and probably it is. Like I say, it is ground pollution. Yeah. We will look into that later. Fire safety. Oh yeah, I wanted this little firehouse in this industrial area because that could do no harm really. But somewhere along the main road so that it has quick access to everything. Let's say here. That should solve the problems. So yeah, you can already see industrial house levels increasing, like really significantly. Let's just look at this area. Everything is upgrading. That's pretty good. Just look at all the green arrows. But these guys couldn't really wait. Okay, so if that is done, Do we have that? Okay, so let's just put that smoke privacy here, which significantly reduces the risk of fire, and extend that region so that it matches the new industrial area. Also, Rooney the Dwarf, you said you were looking for some ideas, and one that I would recommend you trying out, if you hadn't really done that already, is that whenever you have like this entrance and exit to your city, you can draw a roundabout from highway, but it has no traffic lights whatsoever, and you can see how nice traffic flows. But there is a traffic light, so let me just real quickly clear that out. I found it somewhere, yeah, like here. Maybe there wasn't any, but we're gonna make it a two-way road, yeah, like a four-way avenue, real quick. But we cannot do that because of the train station, which is sad. Can we do something like this? So that a little more less traffic should cross this intersection. So yeah, like building a roundabout from highways means that you will have a nicer flow of traffic. And I just made some sort of roundabout here, which was a crossing before, but even in such a small size it works much better. So that's something I would recommend you trying out. Definitely. We have to do something with that because it's not looking very great, does it? Oh, I see. Because whenever I placed this cargo station here, you can see the remaining parts of the previous one here. What everyone did was to come all the way around and enter here and exit here. So that I thought that the cargo station is just really a one-way. Like, trucks come from this direction and go out this direction, but it seems like they are turning back onto the road, and I'm gonna eliminate that with making this street one way, so that whoever enters this route has to go out here, and so they will enter the roundabout once again, have to go all the way around, come here and go down the street. So what it will do for us, it means that there will be no traffic coming from this direction and turning here, crossing the traffic that goes up to the roundabout, so that this gridlock and traffic jam would be pretty much solved, I feel like. You know, at times like this I just feel so smart, and then we're gonna see if it works or not. Let's see, let's watch this in action. Okay, so that just puts way too much traffic on that one, so I don't really know how closer we got to the solution. But you can see that this crossing is solved. So managing a city, even as big as this one, this is not really a big one, but managing a city like this big is, I feel like, more of a puzzle game with all the I feel like I found the word for this, intersection. Okay, intersection. Okay, that's the word. It's like a puzzle game with all the intersections. How could we separate this track from this track? Okay, one thing I can think of is making a route that comes from this one, crosses the roundabout as an overpass, and then kind of connects to the inner line. Let's try that one as well, because why not? So let's just draw something like from here. I don't know where the cars exit, so probably here. Let's do something like... that looks good. Oh, but that highway just gonna create a lot of noise. But there is plenty already, so I don't know if that's a big deal. So maybe we can do it a little bit narrower so that it just kind of stays a little bit more close to this part. I'll just try to leave the 4 times block up there. Let's make it a curve. Oh yeah, something like that. And then we're gonna try and sort of make it connect somewhere there. I don't really want to include it here because that's another intersection that would create a little bit more load, and I don't really want to do that. Nor do I want to erase that rock from there, so I'm just maneuvering. Okay, something like that. We're gonna have to add another rock there, so I just feel sorry for that rock. And there are some bigger ones. Oh, like that. Let's add some trees as well. What are these big trees? I need big trees like that one, but I cannot find any. I don't know. Okay. This seemed to work pretty well. So that you can see there is no traffic coming this direction, which means that whoever comes up this road, very few of them has intentions to go this route. Okay, and I feel like this pretty much solved the issue of of this intersection and this intersection as well. So that's a win-win situation. Okay, so that's one problem less to deal with. Also, I'm gonna put the Discord link in the chats because I haven't really seen that you guys mentioned it, but we were looking for that, so I'm just gonna put it there. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't mind that this one stays there as whatever, they might need that. Again, other thing is that like you can get a mod that is called Traffic Manager, and so that you can select the lanes. So you can select a crossing and you can an intersection, and you can choose from which lane to which lane you can turn, because as you can see there are like two lanes coming this direction, but they are like only taking one. And even though they split into two somewhere here, why do they have to use only one lane there? Because this kind of makes no sense. Also, there's a lot of incoming traffic here, so we should do something about that. That is a pretty significant traffic coming from there. Usually I really like to solve issues like this. Probably this is why my 30,000 city has like no traffic issues at all. Everything just flows brilliantly. Okay, what should we do with this one? I feel like if we made... Let's try something like... we're gonna make... something like this. I don't expect it to work whatsoever. If for one thing it's good, it might be that people who comes from this direction and want to turn right into this area don't have to fight with people coming around the roundabout, and they don't have to share the same lanes. Just because people cannot use the inner lane, and that's dumb. Okay, but that works. So that works. We can move on. Let's move on. Also, office buildings. Maybe we should do a few. Who do they house? University students tend to work in office buildings. So we're just gonna make... Do we have high density? Okay, so we have high density. High density commercial zone. So I'm just gonna change this part to office buildings, and these ones to high density ones. Which is that we up the population a little bit. Okay, so it seems like the population demand is somewhere around 0. We still need commercial zones and industrial areas, but I don't really know where could I place more industrial zones. Probably here, because this area is not polluted enough yet, so let's just do that. Which way should I go up there? Can we... Oh, we can come with this road just below the train tracks, which is brilliant news for us. Seriously, I cannot really. That's not really what I wanted. I'm just gonna redraw this area so that it may get the idea of what I'm trying to do. Yep, it does. Brilliant. Although again, it messes up the layout, but that's fine. Because we got a pretty good usage of available space. Also, I could add a little bit more land here so that you could bring up even bigger industrial zones rather than just little one-tile ones. But again, if you do something like that, the river will just behave differently, and that is something something interesting. Just another challenge to cope with, really. I'm not gonna place more because people will start complaining, and that's not good. Maybe, but I'm gonna do that. That costs a lot of money, dude, but we got plenty of that. Is that soften? Okay, let's soften this stuff. But we can also make quays, or what it is called. You can do, yeah, flood wall. Okay, so that it is. If your canals have spots that are prone to... How do you decide if your canal is prone to flooding? Like, you test it? Wait, ah, there it is. Okay, so this is something that I mentioned you, and this is something that works very nice. Quaking achievement unlocked. But I want to give this a nice curly finish. But that stupid I don't know, supporting pillar is blocking the way. Maybe like this. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Let's see if we redo these streets, will we get some more zoning place? Not so much. Whatever, that's good enough. And there are the people complaining about not enough workers, which is like the classic. We can pretty much do this whole area. I just don't know why there were only one tile houses. Actually, we should do the coastal area. Okay, so these are just cars parking there. Problem is that there are no shopping facilities nearby, which means that this street is gonna be full of shopping facilities. And probably this one will become, if I can erase that, will become high density ones. So hello guys to the chat who are still in here. It just kind of seems like we are dying out because no one is commenting, but if you're here, leave something in the chat so that I know who I can talk to and with, because that's a little bit more important. Not gonna... Okay, something like that. We're gonna add some parks so that it does not look so dull. Whatever, something like fishing rods. Yeah, fishing. Oh, fishing tools. Organized fishing tools run year-round. This stuff runs year-round, but a year here with us looks like it's a full year of winter. So that is like hole fishing, I guess. When you cut a hole into the ice and stuff like that. Let me just blow my nose. So. I have a little bit of cold. I feel like. Okay, so that's a fishing pier, and I believe you can place them on quays, because that is what I can recall. Ice hockey rink. Awesome stuff. What is this? Tourism? Tourism and leisure. Let's do something. Restaurant pier. That looks pretty good. Should we leave the coast like this, or should we add some quays? Quay. That's pronounced quay, I believe. Is it quay? I believe it is quay. Quay. Let's see what it would look like, really. But I feel like it kind of just loses the feel that you can go to the water anytime, but yeah, whatever. You see how much the water level changes? Like, look at this hole. Very interesting. Okay, so let's see the land value. So you can see how much these houses worth compared to one row above them. Okay, so this is just like dark green, which is like the middle of the scale, and this is like turquoise, which is one or two above that. So that's brilliant. And we have no leisure added. Like you can see, this is all orange in terms of leisure and stuff like that. What is a marina? Because that's like this is a special designed harbor with moorings for pleasure yachts and small boats. Boats? What am I thinking? Okay, so let's make these here. We can also add a restaurant. Why you need like road connection? From where? What? A road connection for that? This is the restaurant? Okay, so that... I thought it looked much smaller. I don't really feel like it's a one-to-one scale, given that a table is like the height of the whole building, like a level. Let's find out what kind of road does this stuff needs. Can we get some... I really hope that it needs just some... Oh boy, what kind of road this needs? Because in one of my games I managed to figure it out, but I don't really have any idea whatsoever. Okay, so it seems like we have some kind of alignment, but I just cannot snap it to. Okay, maybe like this. Space already occupied. That's brilliant. But then, how am I supposed to do anything with this, basically? Why people just cannot really walk there? Does it really need a road? Because that seems a little bit too big. That. I don't really know. I might end up googling that one. What kind of road does this need? Do you guys know what kind of road that needs? Because honestly I don't really know. Deep canal, medium canal, shallow canal. You cannot draw it beneath the pillars? No, you can't. That sucks. Happy guys, I just don't know how to do that. There is a car parking there, so you might just really need a road connection for that one. Which is ridiculous, if you ask me. But then where should I put it? Like, I mean, how can I do that? Can we just bring this this key a little bit more outside? So that if this one needs a road, we can actually place it there without destroying all the... houses. How does that look? Okay, this is just for testing anyways. So what was that? Okay, so restaurant beer. And let's say this one needs a road. I cannot do any better than this. It needs water. If I delete it, does it need road connection? It does. Okay, so... I know, let's add water first, so that we know what's up. Okay, so road connection. Let's check if pavement is not okay, because I would really like to do this with pavement. But it seems it's not enough. Okay, so you actually need road, which I feel like makes a little bit less sense than pavement. But whatever, fine, I guess. We're actually gonna make the key extend a little bit more deeper into the sea. Can you see how wavy the water became? Just because of all the modding? Okay, so let's grab the landscaping tools. And so we gotta add some space to these areas. Okay, so I just did something stupid, but I don't really know how to correct that. Oh gosh. Not enough soil. Pick up soil somewhere. Use for example shift tool to lower terrain somewhere on the map to gain more soil. Yeah, you also have mods to do how much landscaping you want. Because the game limiting you is not really great. But this is a pretty flat land, so from where could I get more soil? Okay, so we're just gonna make the ocean, this river deeper, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so let's just try the key because that may help us out. We cannot help ourselves out. Shoreline required. Don't say that. This is one tough job. I didn't thought it would be this hard. And can you see that? There is already flooding there. I just hate this game. Why the fuck is this flooding? Help me! Where is the shoreline? Like, come on, dude. What? I don't know, guys. This seems a little bit harder than I thought. I'm not really good at these tools whatsoever. It may... You may get the idea why I'm just suffering with these. Okay, so what's happening here? But then what am I supposed to do with that? Because I just kind of made a beach, right? Oh, come on. Okay, so if I just let it run, and then what happens with the water? It just fucking fleets the whole neighborhood. Like, what the fuck? Dude, this is something... I said, this is what happens when I try to do a hydro gate, like a hydro. What that is. Fuck, what should I do? Like a hydro power plant. The exact same thing happened, and I just don't know what the fuck should I do now, because... it looks like we just got some water out of the river and just put it on the street. How can I get back this water to the river? Because this is just flowing downwards. But hey, it's I don't know, it just fucking fleets the whole area. Okay, so what if I just erase this part and make kind of a slope? Something like this. Whatever, I don't know. No! No, 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 no. Fuck this water physics, man. What is happening? Where is the water now? Okay, so here's all the water. It doesn't really seem like it's escaping, but... And now it just goes backwards? Like, what the fuck is happening? Dude, what? Oh, okay, so it dried up. Thank God. That was pretty good. That's close enough for me. Let's just try and soften the terrain, and I'm fucking done here, because that is just way too scary. Like, I have no idea how you're supposed to do that. I kinda messed up the landscape though. But anyway. At least we can add some pavement there, just to give it some lighting. So if you guys watching, leave something in the chat so that I know that you are here and we can talk about something. Because previous viewers went missing. or silent. And I just need someone to talk with. Okay, brilliant. That looks pretty good. And low land value. Is that because we moved the shore away? No, that shouldn't be because of that. That's then why is that? Okay, never mind. We're gonna add the fishing pier and stuff back. And we're gonna give them. Oh, that's because we gave them the fishing pier and stuff like that, so that they could upgrade the level. But since we don't have that now, they just feel like something is missing. This is gonna be the restaurant, and we, like I said, problem solved. We just have to bring a road here. I'll just sacrifice this house for the cows. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Nope. We just messed up the properties there. We're just gonna go straight. Oh, we can add even more houses there, so that's brilliant. But whenever you're doing some coastal neighborhoods, be sure to think about that the very last lane, like very last row of streets, should be exactly exactly near, like yeah, like it should be like this, like it's very near to the coast, so that you can actually place your fishing piers and restaurants there. So yeah, well, it's something I learned the hard way. So we need water for that. Let's add water, whatever. I'm gonna delete this one here. And so this should be working. And it does work. But we had to destroy those properties, and I'm not totally happy with that. Whatever, I feel like this has to stay like this. Anyway. This is like the nearest crossing that I can get to. Because... yeah, probably. That is not too fortunate because it kind of breaks both lands in half. And I don't really want to do that. That looks... okay. We're gonna have enough elsewhere, so let's just keep that that way. And let's add something more, because why not? Let's add some marina. What else can we add? Fishing tours. Yeah, let's add those too. Why not? There should be something else here, and we can actually bring the road up there, so no problem with that. Yeah, lovely fishing tours. We're gonna go as close as we can, so that we can maybe... oh, fuck. That's not really the very best thing to do, because we're just cutting properties in half. As far as okay, so actually I'm not gonna do that because we're losing a lot of for as you can see, these are 4 depth properties, and losing that are not really ideal because you are losing out on a lot of land basically. I'm just trying to figure out how it is best to do that. Maybe if I just throw something like that. Eh. The more I work on it, the worse it gets. Also, putting in a straight is not really the best idea. Okay, we got the 4s. This is gonna break like perfectly when I place this road here. Why? Just why? We don't even get back the 4s. I'm sorry if this is really boring, but I kind of want to get everything as perfect as I can. Okay, fine, let's leave it like this. Okay, so water is provided. We will need some commercial zones. Also, we are almost at like 15,000 people, which is pretty solid. Let's see if we have any kind of traffic problems. Not really. Not really, everything seems to run fine. Is there any kind of tracks? Trucks that come from this direction to this direction. I just really want to check it. Let's just, oh god, let's just select this one. Pedestrians, I don't really care about pedestrians. Cyclists. Trucks, okay, so there are a lot of trucks that comes from that direction. I want to go directly here. The problem is that they are coming from 2 directions and they have to merge here, but I don't think there is anything that we can do with that problem. So it's just gonna stay like this as long as we don't have another cargo station. What's up with that transport? Because something is not working. So the cemetery is full. This one is full. What's that? Oh god. Sorry for that. Let's see what we can do with that. Okay, so sewage is backing up, so the drain capacity is 100,000. So I wonder if I delete this one, the very polluting one, will we have enough? Barely enough to... So I'm just gonna place a third one in there. Okay, brilliant. And we need cemeteries. Or some crematoriums. Let's do that. Do I have to... Let's... where should I put it? Yeah, there are a lot of dead people here, so... Let's put it... I don't know where. It brings happiness, so... why not put it here? We probably need more. No, I think we're fine with the commercial zones as for now. We both need residential and commercial as well. Not a lot of dead people, gosh. I'll just put another cemetery down so that we can handle the increased demand. Multiple problems. I wonder, however, if you empty out the cemetery, will they take them to a crematorium or another cemetery? Because I'm not really sure on that one. But whatever. There are some abandoned houses. I'm gonna do these coastal areas just so that we will have some neighborhood-ish people, and also we can change some parts like this big one to a high density one. I don't really know if it would be beneficial for us to start a bus service. Oh, but what? We want to go rather with the tram. Let's not forget that. Can we do a tram? I don't know how beneficial that would be. Because we cannot really turn these kind of roads. But these ones can be turned into one with a tram. Can the tram go like in this underpass? Because that would be awesome. But there is like a huge concrete wall, so I don't really think that's possible. But anyway, we can do a pretty huge loop there. But I also wanted to do one here, but they just kinda got removed in the process. I feel like I'm just kinda idling now and I don't really know where should we go. Okay, sewage problem once again. What is happening? Sewage is backing up. But why only in this? Okay, so it's not really that region. But why is it? Oh, because there's no power there. Like, how is that possible? Oh, because we don't have enough electricity. I see. I'm gonna solve that real quick. That didn't really solve the situation, but anyway. Nachos has been eaten. Time to AFK though. I'll be back. Okay, guy. See you again. I really have to check who's watching because I want to share some tips, but I don't know if it's the guys listening who I want to tell them. Okay, so the list of viewers is not currently available, and Twitch says I should try again. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so Gamer Freak. Seems like we have a new face here, so welcome to the stream. Okay, so I saw like Rooney the Dwarf is still watching, and a little advice to him and to everyone else who is looking for some advices. I saw some video back a year or 1.5 ago, and it was about like city management, and it's just basically the concept of, as you can see, having these thick veins. And then they just kinda, I don't know how to put it in English, so that they just kinda gets into smaller ones. So that you can see these are 6-lane roads that are really thick and kinda connect to the roundabout here, so that you can see that they come all the way down, and then just they split into 4-way roads, and then just simple 2-lane roads for the little neighborhoods. And that just kind of supports the idea when people start going on their routes from, let's say, from this house, and if every people would do that, that traffic just adds up, and you cannot really handle that with the same density of roads, so that you have to move up in tiers as you get to the main point, which for here, let's say this roundabout is the main focus of traffic, as this this greets the incoming traffic and lets out the exiting traffic. so that the closer you are to that roundabout, the thicker the roads are, just to handle that added up traffic that comes from all directions. This is something that I've seen in a video, and I don't know if you could make use of that, but I don't know how experienced you are, guys, but you know, that's just something that I thought would be worth sharing with you. So we got some solar power plants. I wonder, however, since it's winter, if it's worth less to build. Create the map. You can create a map? That would be pretty sick. We could create a map and, you know, do like something like a community challenge. I don't know. It's just an idea, but this seems horrible. What's happening here? It's not really great. So the main problem here is that we would need a mini intersection just like the one that we have here. And the good thing about these intersections is that there are no intersections basically, because whatever way you want to go, you do not have to cross any traffic. So let's say you want to go from here, you go on the outside and you don't have to cross any traffic. But here, it's a different story because you have to cross. And something like that would be brilliant here. But I just don't really know how I could make it work. We would need one road that comes this way, and another one which goes this way. It could be done. Could be done, however, I'm not really sure. Since we have some incinerators there, so these had to be moved away. But hey, what if we just make a highway that has an exit? Okay, so that was just a random tab out by my PC. Okay, so back to the idea. So what if we just made a highway exit here that crosses this roundabout, comes down here, so that the trucks wouldn't have to take this intersection. So let's try to do that. What's up with my browser tabs, because these just keep stabbing out. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna do we could found. Okay, so here's the spot. Oh, we could actually go underground. That's even better, you know? That's even better. We don't really have to ruin the landscape. But why does it have to remove the rocks? Because already beneath ground level. Sometimes I just don't understand this game. Can we move that away? No, we can't. Oh, brilliant. I thought the incinerator plant was on fire, and that would be funny. Like the trasher's on fire. That active, connected. Power plants, active, inactive. Okay, anyway, let's do that underway, really. That looks pretty sick. Okay, that will just come right here. go above ground. Something like that. Let's see how this works. Traffic needs some time to adjust to the new routes. I already see one that used the route. Okay, let's just add that big rock back because I kind of miss it. Okay, that will do. Then the trees. Okay, we will check back here a little bit later just to see if it works or not. Let's see how our symmetries. This one is full. So what's up with crematoriums? How is it possible that there are 7 out of 7 horses in use and they did not process any that person last week? Like, dude, what? Same with that one. What are the horses doing then? Okay, let's see if I just empty this out. I'm just gonna empty these out and we will say what happens. These are the lamps that remain turned on. We're gonna have to build a new city part really soon, I feel like. Well, we gotta connect this road because it immediately connects to this roundabout. But now we're gonna make another intersection here because this is pretty much enough stress for that intersection. And actually, we're gonna make a train station there. The people can finally make use of the train station. You know you are doing good when by the time you arrive at the fire, the firefighters are already there. Okay, so we need to add some elementary schools. But where should I add it? Let's say, I don't know what's a good place for that. Just want something that not a lot of buildings gets destroyed because of that. Probably that one. Yeah. High school? Oh, we need another high school as well. That's pretty insane. Graduated citizens 90%. But tell me, if like 90% of my population has already graduated, That means out of 1600 and like 60,000, 16,600 people, that means I have 1,600 who has not yet graduated. Yeah, it says I have 3,000 eligible students. And they're like, what's up with the difference? Because I don't really understand that. But whatever. We need some parks here. See what we can add. Let's add some snow ones. Plazas. Oh, this needs a road connection as well. Sucks. I have to figure out a way that I can create parks that does not have to be placed roadside, because this is just a curse. Why couldn't you just do a park here without road connections? That would make more sense to me, at least. You know, I could add more industrial space, but then people would say that there are not enough workers. But to be honest, they may be right, because who's gonna work there if they have to walk across the whole town? Because we don't have trams, we don't have buses, we have like fucking nothing. We have train, but there is not another stop in the city. That makes no sense. So we could make the tram work, but that gonna run only through 4-lane road. Let me see if I can make this one a tram line. Oh, it says I can. That's brilliant. Oh, that's awesome. 4-lane road with bus lanes. Haven't done those at all, so this really shouldn't be. Maybe we can leave the traffic lights there, because we're gonna bring in the tram there. But let's see. Okay, so we can launch a tram that goes oh, the lights just went out, but those lights are just so good to see what kind of roads you're using, because it cannot really tell you that way. So I want a tram that goes around here somehow, that can also come into this neighborhood and kind of touch the industrial area as well, so that people can move from points of the city to other points as well. That would be really cool, and I feel like we have to start making this area. Let's say that we will make this island's bottom part industrial, so that it can connect this little island that's full of oil. So we're either gonna make a lot of money based on that, or we can support our own town. It's just so hard for me to start a new part of the city. Most attractive city, that's funny. Okay, so let's just wait for the evening and we can plan the tram system, sort of. You know what's funny? When I watch some guys playing City Skylines on YouTube, and sometimes I just see neighborhoods when they do streets like they grab the widest street and just put it there. Like, what's the widest? Probably like, yeah, 6-lane road. They just put a 6-lane road everywhere, but like a one-way one, so that they go one that way, and another back. They have like a total of 12 lanes. But imagine if you have like 6 lanes going one direction, you just basically need so many exits, so many exit possibilities to make that 6-lane one-way work. Because if you basically draw a 6-line one-way and you just snap 2 exits to them, all the cars would just pile up in one lane, and that's what usually happens. So that you have a 6-lane road, but the cars are just pile up in one lane because they want to use the same exit. So 6 lanes just have no point. So also they kind of use like very distant points so that they city don't look that crowded. That they, let's say, start a residential area here, and then like an industrial there, and a commercial like here. But my recipe is that whenever I start out, I place the industrial on the side so that it does not pollute anything that much. And I just try to make the city go around the industrial zone like a clockwork. Like, you can see that I'm trying to do that. There is the industrial zone. Like, it would be later on like this, like a, I don't know, like a moon shape, so that the city would go around like a heart shape. Like, you can see what I'm talking about. And this would be the industrial zone, and then the heart-shaped residential and commercial zones, just so that it doesn't matter where you live, you pretty much have to travel the same distance to get to the industrial zone, so that the industrial zone can get the materials and the people within the same time. Basically, this is what Spain did with making Madrid the capital, which if you look Madrid at the map, you can see that it's in the exact same center of Spain. So this is like the same idea, basically. So let's see the tram. So I either make this one, and then we can go like this, or I make this one. But probably I should go with this one. So let's just turn. What do we need for a tram? Let's see that first. Tram, metro. The metro goes underground, right? Is that good for us? Someone mentioned me that once you do metros, you are pretty much set to win. but I'm not really sure. I don't know, guys. Should we go with tram or metro? What do you think? What do you think? It's up to you. Okay. Because I would be fine with both. Maybe a tram would look better. But what would you like to see? Metro. Okay. That was quick. So let's see what we can do. I'm just gonna pause so that I can see through the night and the different layouts of streets. Okay, so the metro. Metros are hidden tunnels. Yeah, they are hidden, I know. So that they don't take up much space from above ground. I don't know how to put that. But trams are kind of the same because they just travel like here. So there's these grassy areas which converted to tram lines. Yeah, I think the same. Like metro is pretty meh because you don't really see. Even if it's more beneficial, I would go with the tram because I don't know, it just looks better. What's the upkeep cost? Oh shit. Oh, okay. So, but that's per station. Doesn't it say how many trams do we got? Let me just go with a tram line. We're gonna do a metro when we gonna connect islands, okay? We're gonna do that. But I was just planning for the metro. Pretty much from the start, so I may just try to do that. Let's see if we can make this a circle, a loop. Good, because it also touches the train station, so that people who arrive into the cities through trains can just take the tram and go around the city. Okay, so that's a circle, that's a loop. We will build a metro on Manhattan. Okay, so how do I put the tram depot? I believe this has to be connected to, yeah, of course it has to be connected to the tram lines. But this is some noisy stuff. Where do we have noise? This is a pretty noisy area. So we're just gonna try to aim for that one. Maybe. Can we do like a 2-lane road with tram? Oh, brilliant. This is not connected. Okay, I see. Then in that case, I'm just gonna push a tram line right from there. Just like 2-lane road. Okay, yeah, just like a tram line. Let's put on snappings. Okay, something like that. And where's tram depot? So here's a tram depot, and it should. Okay, so it seems like it has to be a straight, because the simple tram tracks are not enough to connect this stuff. Okay, let's see if we can connect this right now. You see, it would look something like this. Okay, so actually it has to be placed roadside, and it has a connection with tram tracks. Okay, so I just have to pull it a little bit more out, and then I can hopefully attach it without destroying the commercial buildings behind. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so brilliant. I can erase these ones, and let's see if we didn't really cut the power lines, but we did. So let's just reconnect them. And so we have running tram system. Question, why does it bring unhappiness when you build that road? I mean, easier transport is never a bad thing. Did you mean this road? That was probably because I destroyed a commercial building there. However, I'm not really sure, but let's just test it. I'm just gonna try to... Yeah, probably that, because I just destroyed their business. Something like that. I meant the entire circle you made. It made red smiles almost at all the houses. That's, I believe, because these were like avenues with I believe maybe they've probably they were with so they were probably not the basic one, but with grass and trees, and that would reduce the noise generated around them. And when these are swept to simple tram tracks, the trees and the grass disappears, and so you don't get the noise reduction. But whenever you add the tram stations to the circle, the loop, you will get back your happiness pretty much, because then they will be happy because of they can actually join the transport loop. So let's just do that. So we need a station definitely here. Okay, interesting thing on which side I want to put this line. I don't know which way should we go. Okay, so it's decided which way it goes. Okay, so let's say this is just basically a loop. So we're just gonna put random stations pretty much. But I want to keep in mind that, okay, so that high school is pretty much covered. There is okay, so I'm just trying to keep in mind the more important locations. Yeah, you see we get happy smiles back. I don't know, probably that will do for one loop. Here is a tram achievement unlocked. And we're just gonna do the same in the other direction, just so that you don't have to wait a full round just to get around the city. What's up with? Okay, like this. I'm not really sure that they have the same number of stops though. And they probably don't. I know they don't, but that's fine. Whatever, we will see how they will do. But like, what's the purpose of that? You create a line and the game just sends out like 4 trams behind each other. So you can see that there is like a convoy of trams, which kind of makes no sense to me, but I don't know how much time they would require to separate from each other, but it seems like no reason stuff for me. I wonder if people will actually use that. Maybe we will have to somehow touch this area as well. It seems like we can bring the tram down here, and maybe we're gonna connect. Yeah, we're gonna just go around here. Yeah, probably around this corner, and we're just gonna single track of tram line will come back just to join the loop again. This doesn't really look good. Problem is that this cargo station can only accept 1 lane of traffic, but there is no such thing as one-way, 1-lane road. It's again a dumb thing, but let's just try and give this junction a stop sign, so that the huge traffic that comes from the roundabout has to pass first. But I don't know, we will see how that works. My only concern is that because that is like a continued flawless traffic coming from that direction, the people stopping at the stop sign will not move anywhere. We will need another cargo station just to split this heavy traffic. Yes, there is an increased demand of industrial area. However, I'm not really sure in which way I want to solve that problem. Okay, so we got some free space waiting for occupation here. We're just gonna go with that as for now, but that's little to no solve to the problem, because we really have to expand to this land. Water. Yeah, the other cargo state. Okay, so the thing is that this island will be full of industrial areas, so this will be whole orange, and I don't really want to sacrifice this whole island to only industrial, so that only the bottom half will be industrial, so that it creates yeah, something like a moon shape, and so people could easily get to the center of that. But then the cargo station would be somewhere here. I don't really know where is another train connection, because it seems like there is only 1 lane of train tracks crossing this. There's another one, I guess, but there seems like there's none There's none out of this. Outside of this. So we're just gonna bring these down here and then kind of make it join the loop again. So let's just start planning that infrastructure. Can we do that so that it runs along the seashore and only connects where the cargo station is? Because that would be really cool. So that it does not take up any space, and we can bring it in anywhere we want. So that's I wonder if I can split it in a way. It doesn't really seem like it wants to work. Probably fine with anything, to be honest. Maybe we're just gonna use the land parts. If we can make something out of that. Okay, so that's okay, something like that. Whoa, okay. Pretty harsh, but that will do. Doesn't look too bad. Is there something like a harbor? Ship. But we need a lot more bigger population than the current one that we have. Also nice bridges. That looks cool, thank you very much. Okay, so where should be the cargo station again? Let's say... Sorry for us, but what was the good fortress heroes again? It was Ice Blink, Flame Strike, and then Mickey will be really great at 10 star. He is really great, and also Emily, but that's only 10 star. But Ice Blink and Flame Strike actually are the best heroes, even at 5, 6, and so on. They are reliable at all times. Maybe I don't want to do the train tracks all the way along the shore, because we can maybe bring it in, split it into two, so that one will go to the residential area and the other part will just touch the industrial zone. I kinda like these stumps though. Buy new land. I don't want to buy a new land. Why do the game keeps offering me that option? I got Time Mage, Bleaker, and LMO2. Any of these trash enough to try Profit Tree him? Bleaker is a decent hero. Time Mage and LMO2 is just food, basically. But I'm thinking about stopping this city where it is right now. So actually I'm just gonna real quickly write like cargo here, so that I know what's up when I come back, just in case that I forgot what I wanted to do. Because I'm actually thinking about moving to League of Legends, because I still got some missions to do there, and so we have streamed a lot of City Skylines today, which is a brilliant thing. I don't really want to miss out on those quests, so I might just save this city where it is right now, shut the stream down, but just for the time I rename and retitle the stream and get back with League of Legends. So what if we just did that? I'm just gonna move out to the main menu. And I think we're just gonna move over to League of Legends. Let me just open up OBS again, so that I can put the plain City Skyline screen in there, so that you don't see the black tab. Actually, I'm just gonna close the game as well, and I'm just gonna communicate to the chat what's happening right now. We will fire up League of Legends, and I will figure out how I can make it appear on your screen. So, okay, so I'm just gonna write that in the chat real quick. League of Salt. That's right. That's what's going. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shut down the stream, and I will launch it very quickly again, and we're gonna figure out some overlay that we can actually use. So I really want of time on them to get you really got an ice blink, dude. What a bag of luck. I'm envy of you, so good job on that one. So I will be back in like 1 or 2 minutes. So see you on the League of Legends stream.